Good. Obviously we had a little bit of a rough first quarter defensively, but they made the appropriate adjustments. And being down a big specifically for that team was tough. So I was really pleased with how, Megan came in, AC came in and guarded their bigs. We know they're a handful. So I thought Jack did a great job on Enrique. Um, you know, so handled our business, I think. Especially in that, third and fourth quarter.
I know you're not anti-playing the bench, but what you're getting from your bench has been crucial. And what do you like from what you've seen from them?
Solid. They're just solid. AC solid. Tip Hayes, Kate Martin. I mean, they're solid. We don't have Megan with us for today's game, but just I'm starting to feel I know what I'm going to get when I put them in. And Tiff, especially, coming in off the bench has an explosive, dynamic style of play, which I love. She's a great passer. She gets downhill. So I kind of love that punch, that microwave score off the bench, if you will. But she's really been able to impact the game though with her passing as well, which I love. So
Is Kia good?
yeah.
How far away is Chelsea from being back to 100% Chelsea?
I think she's getting there. I don't know if I would say she's on a minute restrictions other than I'm watching them. It's more from me and just building her endurance and her wind up. But we're certainly a different team with her out on the court, with her presence, with her joy and leadership. And so she's just going to continue to get better and better. Not insofar as like, oh, she just developed this new skill set. I'm just saying into game form.
Mm-hmm.
Really, this is, like I said, in a year, it's what is she in 8 or 9 games in now? Something like that.
First time you played Seattle, Joel had 25. Second time she had 1 point. Was it?
Oh man, we go back, we talk about pickup points a lot, and this is a team that if you just follow them around, they can obviously put a lot of points on the board quickly on you. So that was a point of emphasis, was just upping our physicality where we picked them up at. Our try hard factor was better. I believe that first game too, Jackie Young, that was the beginning of kind of her getting really sick. So she kind of wasn't herself. She was definitely more herself that second game, defensively, especially, obviously.
Anything else from the room? All right, let's go to Cal.
Hey coach, you kind of alluded to my question talking about Jackie being sick and then Kia being better and Meg being out sick. Do you feel like at this point it's something going around the team, or are these like separate illnesses, or maybe it's something around the league?
Oh man, I'm not a doctor. I have no idea. Wouldn't be a terrible assumption to figure she got whatever Kia had and Kia got it from wherever. I don't know. There's definitely been some illness going around the league. If it's that, I don't know.
Thank you.
Matthew?
Hey Becky, I wanted to ask, you now have 6 Olympians. How are you trying to handle balancing that with this fact that you have 4 games in the next 6-7 days before we get to that Olympic break, trying to obviously get wins, but also balance people's minutes because you have short turnarounds and you're traveling a lot. And by the way, you have 4 USA, 1 Azerbaijan, and now 1 for Spain.
Azerbaijan, that's how you say it, huh? Look, I mean, they're here to win these games. This is where their focus is. They're not in Paris yet. I feel like they've been very present with us. So we're trying to buckle down and get into the Olympic break on a good note, not enter the Olympic break early. We have business to take care of. And so I think, I don't think their heads or minds are there yet. That being said, rotationally and minutes wise, a lot of times I just go with who's ever flowing that day, whatever combination is working. They'll have plenty of time to get ready for Paris.
Nikias?
Hey, Becky, just a quick one about the zone, as I think we've seen zone possessions from the Aces defense in, I want to say, the last 5 or 6 games at this point. Do you feel like you're pulling that out from a position of power, or is that more of a counter to some of the early first quarter woes defensively?
A little bit of both. It's just, a nice tool to have in your toolbox just to mix up the look, keep the defense or the offense thinking. It's just about giving them a different look. At the end of the day, it's like the score is not going to be 15-12. Like, people are going to score. They score whether you're in man or whether you're in zone. But I think we've had really good kind of sessions of zone where, we have success in it. We get stops. We tend to stay in it a little bit longer, but a lot of times it's just something different, maybe in an ATO or, like I said, basically just mixing it up and making them think the game a little bit more. And then we'll jump back into another defense. So I don't think in any professional league you give anybody like just this is all we do and the only thing we do. I think that's easy to pick apart. So it's just a mixture of things.
Okay. And if I can ask a quick follow-up, obviously you have a lot of veterans on this team. You've talked a lot about the trust that you have in Chelsea Gray in particular. How often do you feel like you're actually calling out things offensively outside of like ATO situations?
Honestly, sometimes it depends. Sometimes in free throw situations, she'll make a call. A lot of times you'd be surprised at how many times, I call a play and she says, "Oh, I was just about to say that," and vice versa. She calls a play and I'll be like, "I was just about to say that." So I feel like me and her have always had a pretty good synergy in play calling. But I've always instructed the team, whoever makes a play call, especially if it's on the fly or in the mid, like the flow of the game, they are to defer to Chelsea Gray.
All right, thank you.
Callie, close us out.
Just one quick one. Asia Wilson, it was announced today that she's the 2K cover. It's historic because it's the first dual one with a WNBA player and an NBA player. I know you have 2 sons. Do you think they'll play the game? Will you play the game? Will you buy it?
Oh, I'm definitely buying it. I already screenshotted it and said it to my oldest loves NBA 2K, but he kills me, so I quit playing with him. I'm like, it's not very nice way to like play with people. You have to let them have some success if you want them to keep playing, but he smashes me. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I think she's earned every bit of it. The cover that I saw was fire with her and Tatum, like both kind of getting excited in a big play. So I thought it was very cool. I'm happy for her.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Coach. We'll let you go.
Yep.